It's on the main take next year.
So will we get a scholarship from there?
Actually, no. If we need to get a scholarship, I think we need to study for a PhD program in an university. I think it will take more years, right, to get a PhD and all.
Okay. So we can start. So you can ask me first.
Yeah. Which part?
You can ask me from part 3.
Sure. So your questions are, how has education changed in your country in the last 10 years?
Well, I have observed a great change in our country, particularly in the educational sectors, especially if I mention the higher education sector. The use of ICT and investment for research have increased a lot compared to last 1.5 decades ago. And students as well as teachers are doing well in their research sectors. And of course, in the primary section and higher secondary section also have improved a lot. And one thing I want to mention that the information and communication technology, this subject is now a compulsory subject, whatever for secondary level or higher secondary level students, which bring a good change among the students about computer literacy, and they are now growing importance about learning computer skills to cope with the global job market and to compete for their positions.
Okay, great. What is the importance of extracurricular activities in school?
Well, I think along with the academic curriculums, the extracurricular activities play an important role for enhancing their potentiality, their inner skill, and their performance to enhance their morality and their sacrifice to our community, society. And when any student involved in different extracurricular activities, then they are motivated and inspired to work for the betterment of the disadvantaged community people in our society. And in addition that, nowadays in our country, the math Olympiad, physics Olympiad, and chemistry Olympiad is becoming popular among the school-going and college-going children. So they are now not only taking part in the national level competition, but also in the global level competition, which brings a good score and also enhancing their richness of their civics. And I think not only in our country but also in all over the world, if you have extracurricular activities, carry a good advantage along with the academic performance for getting a scholarship or admission in the top rank university.
Okay. How beneficial do you think it is to group students according to their level of ability?
Well, I think all the students' ability is not equal. Some have the capacity to bear all those things in balanced way, and some students cannot make balance with those parallelly. So I think considering their ability, the parents should inspire or motivate their children to involve themselves with the extracurricular activities so that they can do better and they can drive themselves for their best level for the welfare of the society.
Okay, that's the end of your part 3 questions.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, can you ask me the part 3 questions?
Part 3.
Yeah.
Do you like to try new food?
Yes, I love to try different varieties of food, and I'm a big fan of Chinese food. I usually cook in my home, but during the weekends, I go out for a restaurant to try some different dishes. In my hometown, a lot of Arabic dishes are served nowadays, and the popularity is also increasing. People love to eat that kind of food, such as Arabic cuisine and all. So I'm also not exactly in that. So most of the time I choose weekends to go out and I'll try different varieties of food.
Okay. Do you like to cook at home?
Yes, I do. As I said earlier, I believe that when we consume food not from our home, maybe we will not be able to know what kind of preservatives that has been added to each kind of food item, right? So in order to be be healthy, I think it is better to cook in our home, and we can ensure that there is no negative substances which we consume, and that is not affecting our health. And moreover, if we consume more home food, then I think we can avoid some lifestyle diseases such as diabetes and blood pressure, etc. So all these things which may incur for a human being may be consuming these kinds of fast foods, because in order to prepare these kinds of food, they have to uh, stock all the raw materials for a longer period of time. So the temperature differences um, in meats and other ingredients should always create some issues in the items which we use for cooking. So that mainly happens in restaurants when they stock more and more ingredients for their production. So in order to be, or in order we can say that in order to be healthy, I think the home foods are good.
Okay. So what is it expensive to eat out in your country?
Well, it is very quite expensive. Yes, it is very it is expensive to consume out in our country, especially when we order food from a 5-star restaurant. I think the bill amount should be double compared to a normal restaurants. So the price discrimination is there. Obviously, the quality also they are not compromised when they're providing food at a higher rate. That is something explicit. Even though all those things are there, it is very expensive that when we order food from outside. So while this is very expensive, I think people um, go out or order food not every day. Instead, they prefer to have dinner during the weekends. So in order to spend some time outside. So all this I think the price, the high price may be one reason that the people prefer to go out for once or twice in a week.
Okay. So what is the difference between Indian food and Western food?
As far as I'm concerned, the ingredients are different when we compare the Indian food with the Western kind of food. Moreover, I see that in Indian food we add a lot of spices. However, when I went to there, when I tasted some Western food, they will not add not lot of spices. They only limit the ingredients used for the spices. So that is one difference. So due to that, the taste is also very different. So all in all, we can say that the ingredients and the cooking method is also very different when we compare Indian food and Western food. For example, in India we rarely use cooking gas in hotels and other restaurants because and instead use firewood. So if we use firewood more, I think the taste should increase when we cook food rather than when we use a cooking gas. So that is also one difference. We use firewood more in for making for preparation of Indian food. However, the cooking gas is mainly used for preparing Western kind of food. So that these are all the differences between those.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for
This is the end of part 3.
that's all.
Yeah, now over to ma'am.
Okay. Hello, guys. Thank you. You did a good job, Renjith and Faruk. I want to welcome Aahana and Mr. Spark to the group. Aahana had joined me, I think, in the last
Hello,
year.
ma'am.
Hi.
Yeah, after so many days I have joined.
Yeah.
You remember me?
Of course. How can I forget?
Thank you so much. Actually, I was busy in some other work, so I could not. I joined new job, so I was very much busy in that job.
Okay, well, congratulations for the new job.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy that you joined even if you are busy. Anyways, so we have Mr. Spark too. It's his first time. I just added him a few minutes ago.
Thank you.
You're welcome to the group. So if you want to just listen for now and feel how it is, you are most welcome. But if you want to join, yeah, sure. If you want to be an examiner, first you will be an examiner. So that means you will ask questions based on whatever questions Cambridge has, or the IDP or the British Council, what they publish normally for their from their websites. Okay, so let me know. You can raise your hand if you are ready to be an examiner, and then after that, whoever is your candidate, you will switch. So for now, I'm gonna ask Aahana. Aahana, do you want to be a candidate for Mr. Spark?
Sure, but actually I don't have questions. So I thought I can answer, but I could not. I have not prepared questions.
All right.
So-
What about you, Mr. Spark?
Either way, I'm fine.
So you can be an examiner and you can also be a candidate.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Sounds awesome. Now, can you be an examiner for Aahana? And then after that, instead of Aahana giving you questions, I'll give you questions.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. So you guys can start now.
Hi, Anna. Are you ready?
Hi. Yeah, I'm ready.
Should I start with part 1?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Myself, Priyadarshini Aahana.
What nationality are you?
I'm from India.
Okay, guys, let me just interrupt quickly. Mr. Spark, for part 1, you can ask 5 questions. And then not too personal, just the way examiners ask questions, not about. Okay, it
Yes.
It should be like less than 1 minute answer, right?
Yeah, I'm going there. Okay, ma'am.
All right.
I have question paper to use. So
Ma'am,
have
one
found it.
question I have that it should be like 1 minute answer, right?
No, for part 1, you can answer, it's shorter than part 3, so give like at least 2 sentences if they are long, but if they are short sentences, then make it like 3 sentences. Not too short. It's good to have like the feel for the examiner to know what level you are in English. What's your level in English?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
What part of your country do you come from?
Well, I'm from Orissa. It is like east of Orissa. So in Orissa, I stay in Cuttack. As now I'm working in Bhubaneswar, so I have shifted to Bhubaneswar. But basically, I'm from Cuttack.
Can you describe your hometown?
Yeah, actually, Cuttack is like it is a very old city. Like it's more than 200 years before in Orissa, it was a capital of Orissa. At present, it is Bhubaneswar is a capital of Orissa, but it is not like a planned city. So lots of population is there in Orissa. In Cuttack. And there is lots of like you can see the houses of my hometown you can find very nearby because it is not a planned or smart city. So because of that the houses are like nearby. Everything is constructed nearby and you can find small streets in which you are unable to walk. And your cars cannot be go inside to the streets, so you have to park somewhere else. So this was like a small short description about my city.
Thank you. The last question. What do you like to do in your free time and why?
Actually, I mostly prefer watching movies because it makes me relax from other things like my mentally and physically. I want to be relaxed by different works which I do whole day or whatever the stress I get from my work pressure or with my personal issues, whatever. When I concentrate on in particular movie, then I myself put concentration on the movie. So I feel very much relaxed away from all the stress and all. So that's the reason I prefer movie.
Thank you. Okay. Now we are going to move part 2.
Oh, Mr.
Please
Spark, one
Yes.
part at a time, because I don't want others to keep waiting for their turn, so we can just switch
I didn't.
back and forth.
Yes.
Thank you. You did a
Okay.
good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, do you want to answer questions now? You can tell me which part.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want like a cue card question?
It's okay either way.
Okay, I'll give you a cue card, all right?
Thank you.
So I'm gonna send it to our group, okay? Okay, give me a minute. I'm getting there. Okay. Almost there. Okay, there. Do you see that? It's talk about a time when you gave advice to someone. You should say who you gave advice to and the following. Let me just grab my timer so that I can time your 1 minute preparation and your 2 minutes speaking, okay? I'll be back. Okay, your 1 minute starts now to prepare.
Okay, ma'am. May I start?
Sure. You can do that. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Thank you. Physical exercise is very important for everybody of us. Last month, I gave this advice to my younger brother for doing regularly morning physical exercise. It was habitual for me from my childhood, but he is little bit of lazy. That's why he do not take any part of the physical exercise. So I give him the advice so that he can be fit and healthy, and he can always share the good health benefit from this nature. In the early morning, doing physical exercise keeps our body fit, and we get a sharp mind, and also it gives us a lot of time to use in the whole day. When I give this advice to him, I feel very happy because I am helping him to get something new. It's maybe little bit difficult for him the first time to adopt, but I feel like I'm giving something to him which is very much precious, and it will going to help him in the long run. After giving him the advice, I saw that there is some changing in him within 1 week, and I started to feel like that he took my advice very seriously, and because of that, I feel very proud because as a big brother, I think I have done my part very well, and I thank my God because of him, I started to feel that I am a little bit more responsible. Thank you.
Okay, good job. So it's only like, yeah, it was, there was like two seconds left, but that was really good. And I'm so impressed how you did your talk, because you didn't use those they say big words or idioms, and some students, because they try so hard, they fall into that trap to force those idioms that would really sound a little bit weird. But yours is was very conversational. It was, that's how you expect when people speak English, or I mean when people are talking or having a conversation, right? So there
Yeah.
were some slips. I believe that was only, they were only slips, because I know you're good, your level of English, I can, judging from how you really did your cue card, you are already in, I don't know what level, but you are very advanced. You are ahead of the game, Mr. Spark. So there was, like when you said he don't like to, you were talking about your brother, that he don't do some exercises or physical activities, and you know that it should be he doesn't, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You
Thank
can
you.
you can listen to the recording, but I know everyone slips, like even the native English speakers. And another one, you said in the early no, in the morning. I'm not sure, but I was thinking like it would be better if you would say early in the morning instead of in the all those other small
Yes, ma'am.
words.
I tried this.
Yeah, but overall it was excellent.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I think you are you a professor, Mr. Spark? Are you?
No, I'm just a student.
Oh, I thought you were an English professor in the university or something.
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So now let's go back to Faruk and Renjith. If you guys want to try more, one more round. Yeah. So and then I will be out in about 15 minutes. That's all the time I have for today. So now, let me see. Faruk, are you there? Everybody's muted, I guess.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, do you want to try one more round with Renjith? Renjith is gone? Oh no, he's not there anymore. All right, so
Yeah.
maybe because Aahana doesn't have any questions, IELTS questions handy, so maybe you and Mr. Spark can just do one-on-one. You guys want to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Okay, I'll just be here, but I'll turn off my camera for now. So Mr. Sparks, if Mr. Spark, we have Spark Street here, that's why I keep, okay. Mr. Spark, if you don't mind to give questions to Faruk, and then Faruk can give you questions, and we'll see if Aahana still wants to participate after.
Hi, Mr. Spark.
Hi, Faruk. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about you?
Yeah, I'm good. Which part of? Tell me, what is your favorite part in the question?
All the sessions are my favorite to me, but I love to speak a lot. So I prefer to speak in part 3. But today I've already completed part 3, so you can ask me from part 1 or cue card, whatever you prefer or available.
Okay, I have a book in front of me, so I can ask you any question. Okay, choose.
So you can ask me from part 1.
Okay, let's start. What is the city you came from?
Well, I'm from Khulna, that's the southern part of Bangladesh, and it's very close to the Sundarbans.
Can you describe your family?
Yeah, sure. At this moment, I'm living with my wife and our baby in this city, and the remaining portions of our family members, like my parents and my brothers and their family, are living in a rural area in my village.
What does your family usually do at the weekend?
In my mind, I try to spend the weekend with my family members or my friends. But I love nature and I try to enjoy the natural beauty. So when I get time at the weekend, then I try to enjoy those beauties with my family members. As for example, a few days ago, we went to the Sundarbans, the largest forest, to enjoy the natural beauty there.
Where would you like to take a holiday vacation in future? And why?
Well, if I get sufficient money and time, then I would try to visit the Maldives because I love that place. And as I mentioned earlier, that I love nature and of course the sea. So I will try my best to spend my weekend times with my family members in the Maldives.
What was the best holidays you ever had?
Best?
Holiday you ever had? Past tense.
Well, last year, 2020, 25th December, we, along with my university batchmates, went to the Satkira and we visited different locations, whatever it is, natural beauty and different tourist spots and different restaurants to enjoy those beauties. And after a long period of time, we got together among 35 friends in my university batchmate. We 10 boys joined together and we have remembered our memories a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Faruk. That is the end of your test.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Spark. Well, so from which part you want to speak?
As you wish, I'm okay with telling you.
Okay. So I'm asking you from part 3 questions. Please allow me. Yes. So, yeah. So, what can young and older people learn from each other?
Especially the older people are very much knowledgeable because they have spent their lifetime and they have acknowledged so many things in their society and cultural. So from the older people, young people can get the knowledge so that they don't make mistakes which was done by the older people before, and by doing that they can respect each other and the young people can take lots of knowledge from the older people so that his life can be better in future.
Okay. Has old people's life quality improved compared to the past?
Yeah, of course, I think so because the world is getting better every day and the older people life quality gets better nowadays. You can see the people who lived in the 19th century, they didn't had all those kinds of facilities which can in 20th century people can enjoy. So the life of older people are getting better, and that is why life expectancy rate will go higher in future. I hope so. You there?
Yeah. Why is there a generation gap between the young and the old?
The earth is very critical place to live because in our culture we can see here and now every day there is changing. So the generation gap is happening in because of the time. Actually, the time which is spent by my grandfather wasn't very much happily because that time Bangladesh economy was not that much good. But nowadays, as you can see, the younger people are getting much more facilities, and almost in everywhere you can see the touch of the technology. So the life of the younger people are getting better because of the older people trying to make it good.
Okay. So what do old people usually do in their life?
Older people usually do. There is a lot of things because if you are asking me the people who don't have the food and who don't have the technological advancement and other things, they are mainly dependent on the farming, on the other cultural things. But if you are asking about the developing countries, their older people are living in different way. So in the process of developer and developed people, different kinds of older people do different things. Like in America, the people who gets old, they are much more valuable because of their knowledge. But to see in Bangladesh, after the 60 or 70 years old, people treat them little bit differently. So I think it's a bit harsh and it's also wrong in our society. We should change it. That's all.
Okay, Mr. Spark, that's the end of part 3 questions. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. So you did switch already, right? Now, who wants? Aahana, do you still want to participate?
Yeah, ma'am.
Do you have questions? Ready? You can ask me questions.
Actually, I don't have questions.
Oh, okay.
Today I am not prepared. I thought I will join. I will start this all things. I don't get time for these all things nowadays.
Okay. Do you wanna answer a cue card question?
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, you can do the last question that I gave to Mr. Spark. Just do that, and I'll give you 1 minute preparation. It's in our group chat. I sent the screenshot. Okay, your time, your 1 minute starts now. And whoever wants to ask me a question 2 or part 3 questions or a cue card, that would be good. Okay, your 2 minutes starts now. You can speak.
I have to start.
Yeah, please.
The question was like, okay. So recently, I had suggested one of my friend. Actually, my friend was like she was married in 4 years, 6, 7 years back, and she was divorced because her husband was like not that good. So, anyways, so I have just suggested her to go for the second marriage because I thought that a person when he is individually, he is independent in his life. So she was like well settled. So a person should uh, like give her a second chance to her life if she is interested. It is not like mandatory that she have to go for the second chance or not. But when it comes to have an option, then why not to try? And you get a settled life, and you can have like a future if you are interested to have a future or a baby and have your lifelong partner. When it comes to be practically, when you think of a society, you need in future, if you need a baby and all, and you want to go for the second marriage, so I have suggested her the things. And also I have also suggested her regarding the settlement of her independent. So first of all, when you are going for an independent life, you have to be stand on your own legs. To do that, whenever you have to reach a goal, you have to think that whether it is capable for her or not, whether she is capable to get something or own something or not. So I always suggested her this thing.
Okay. All right. That's it.
Yes, ma'am. I
Oh.
think there is lots of time, right?
No, you only had 4 seconds left. So that was really good. Okay.
Actually, so many days I have not practiced, ma'am. So suddenly I was blocked.
No, you did well. You did well, even with the timing. That was not bad. It was like, yeah, just
I think I am practicing after 8 months. Like long 8 months back, I have joined my office like 8 months back, and I stopped practicing.
But believe it or not, I feel like you even improved from your silence, and now I feel like you are better than before.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
Any suggestion?
Oh, I didn't find anything, but maybe I wasn't paying attention. I will listen to the recording. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ma'am, one question. This is the time every day we are having the practice?
Yes, Monday to Friday. Sometimes I skip. Oh, yeah, I want to announce that this coming on Wednesday, I'll skip because I have a dentist appointment around just around that time, so it's very hard for me to calculate the time. But normally when I skip one day or one session, I will make it up on the weekend. Like last week I couldn't do the Friday, so I made it up. I made up. I also hosted last Saturday, so a day after. I normally do that. Okay, so maybe if I skip, well, for sure I will skip the practice on Wednesday. So I might have a session on Saturday. Normally I don't do weekends because that's, for me, it's like my relaxed time. But I might do that. But I will let you know, guys. So anybody wants to give me questions, please? Or a cue card from the boys. Okay, I will just, if all of you guys are ready to log out, I'll log out too. Okay? Well, it's about time. It's about time for me. I'll give you the hosting back, Faruk, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All
Thank you
right.
so much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Good night. What is the time there?
it's 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1:30.
Oh,
In the
my God.
afternoon. In the afternoon.
Okay. Here it is 10 p.m. Sorry, 11 p.m. in India.
All right. It's time to go to sleep. Anyways, I'm gonna give the hosting back to Faruk.
Ma'am, from Bangladesh it is 11:30 p.m.
Oh, it's still late, but me, I also like stay up late, and I'll just sleep in.
This time is okay for us because I whole day my work pressure and all. I am free at this time.
Okay.
No problem.
That's good. It's funny how you mentioned blood pressure, Aahana.
Yeah, ma'am, because I have a kid and I work and then I stay with my in-laws, so I have to take care of all the things and I get lost. I am very much busy, but I see the links and all. I am unable to join. I feel very bad of this that I am unable to join. And
Okay.
today I thought no, anyhow I have to start this whole thing.
Okay, that's good. All right, so I have to say bye for now. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Okay, ma'am. Have a nice
Bye-bye.
day. Bye.
Okay, ma'am.
And bye, YouTube. And this one too. And bye, YouTube.